If you follow environmental news, it is incredibly easy to get overwhelmed by the daily reports of mass extinction and ecological decline. But happening right now, entirely under the radar, is a massive wave of global wildlife conservation victories. We are actually seeing a surge in what biologists call Lazarus species. These are animals formerly classified as completely extinct that suddenly reappear in the wild. Take a recent case in remote Australia. For decades, scientists assumed a native species was permanently lost, until a chance photograph proved a remnant population was still out there. Around the exact same time, hikers stumbled onto another rare species that experts thought was entirely gone. The odds of making physical contact with these ghost populations are incredibly low, but a photograph doesn't save an animal. Rediscovering a species is just the trigger. It initiates a complex, multi-stage intervention process to actually pull these vulnerable populations back from the brink. The first stage is direct intervention. When a critically endangered population is located, stabilizing it requires an enormous amount of highly focused physical labor. Look at the frosted flatwoods salamander, one of America's most imperiled amphibians. Staving off its extinction has required a grueling, boots-on-the-ground campaign to manually manage its wetland habitats by hand. But human labor can only cover so much ground. Stage 2 is innovation, where conservation scales up from local wetlands to orbital technology. Recently, a specialized satellite was launched into space with a distinct mission: to constantly monitor the vital signs and physical movements of endangered African wildlife. Wild cheetahs are a primary focus of this network. Using telemetry, transmitting data from tracking collars directly to the satellite, researchers can map the movements of these cats across massive landscapes in real time. The system also tracks highly targeted rhinoceros populations, keeping a constant digital watch over them to detect and deter poaching operations. It even monitors massive roaming elephant herds, analyzing their migration routes to prevent human-wildlife conflict before it ever happens. Combine the hyper-local work of saving a single salamander with a continent-wide digital surveillance grid, and you construct a comprehensive safety net designed to catch species before they slip away. This combination of sweat and surveillance is generating measurable results across wildly different environments. In Massachusetts, the world's fastest bird, the peregrine falcon, is currently staging a major comeback after decades of severe decline. 1,000 miles away, a threatened lizard species native to Texas is rapidly bouncing back due to focused breeding efforts. And biologists in Alabama are recording systemic, statewide wildlife comebacks driven by dedicated habitat management programs. These victories, spanning from New England coasts to the Texas interior, show that when the intervention model is applied to different climates and species, the results are becoming increasingly predictable. The final, undeniable metric for a successful comeback is the transition from managed survival to thriving, independent wild reproduction. Take the Iberian lynx. This is historically Spain's rarest big cat, a predator that was once on the absolute brink of total disappearance. Today, conservationists are celebrating a monumental milestone. 4 new Iberian lynx cubs were just born completely in the wild. This chart shows historical population data for the Dartford warbler at Dorset's RSPB-R nature site. For years, this threatened bird recorded incredibly fragile numbers, but recently the numbers spiked upward, confirming a record-breaking 97 breeding pairs. Across the globe, countless endangered species are making undeniable comebacks right now because human beings coordinated their efforts and decided to act. Between boots-on-the-ground labor and orbital monitoring, we have the data to prove that nature can heal. Extinction is a choice, and active intervention works.